Adidas were awesome enough to send me across their new Kromaskin DF24 stick. The stick weighs in at 540 grams. The stick features a maximum low bow, with its maximum bow point located 200mm from the head of the stick, and having a maximum bow of 25mm. It also features their 3D head, which is the reduced shaped head that looks a bit like an arrow. The stick also has a channel in the shaft to aid drag flicking. So straight out of the box, I picked up the stick and had a dribble round. The new Kromaskin is very stiff and it gives a lot of feedback on the ball. So you really require a good first touch to get the most out of this stick. If you have got a good first touch, then this stick is electric in your hands. You can feel the second the ball hits the head of the stick, and this enables you to start your movements instantaneously. The electric feel on the ball just gives you so much confidence when you're running at a defender. Whether it's a simple left to right drag or something more complicated, you have a lot of confidence on the ball that you'll be able to take it past the defender. The stick comes with a touch compound on the face, which really improves on that unforgiving first touch. This is also excellent when you're dribbling, as it keeps the ball stuck to the head of the stick. The stock grip on the stick is fantastic. It has a really nice feel, but for me it's personally too thin, and I would prefer something similar to the F series sticks where they've got a shock absorber under the grip. When it comes to hitting, because of the stiffness, the Kromaskin has fantastic power transfer. This is possibly the hardest hitting stick that I've ever reviewed. There is quite a bit of vibration if you don't hit through the sweet spot, and because the grip is so thin, you will feel that a lot through your hands. I found this especially true when you were taking your left hand away from the end cap, which is possibly absorbing some of those vibrations. I put a Boss F Hockey Gribbed Pro Grip on, and I didn't really suffer any problems with the vibration from that point on. Now, as I've said, the stick does have a large sweet spot, and so it's very easy to get a clean connection when you're hitting. Because of this, those vibrations that you feel will be very rare because you will often hit the sweet spot. Because of the bow on the stick, it is very easy to get under the ball and lift it. You do need to practice your technique if you want to hit consistently flat, as is true with any low bow stick. The stick really has excellent power and accuracy when you're slapping. You can also use the bow and the groove on the stick to add a little bit of whip to the ball to really disguise your passes as well. The stick has a very thick reverse edge. This makes it very easy to hit perfectly flat when you're approaching a tomahawk. The stick is very stiff and gives you excellent power transfer, and this is even more true when you're hitting on the reverse edge. You can get an immense transfer of power onto the ball. And as I say, because of that reverse edge, it's so easy to hit flat. It'll give you so much confidence that you'll be able to play reverse stick passes down the line 60-70 yards with confidence. Because of how thick the reverse edge is, it can sometimes be difficult to get the ball to lift. With a little bit of practice, you can find the sweet spot of where to hold the stick and what angle to get the ball to lift comfortably into the top corner, and you can always get colossal power from this stick. So flicking is one of the things that the DF series has always been known for. The 3D head makes it very easy to get under the ball due to the shaping of the back of the head. Once you get under the ball, it's very easy to control it on the face because of the touch compound. So you can really hold the ball there if you want to, or you can move it up and down the bow to add power. If you want to add power, you can move the ball up the bow and then whip back through so it glides back down through that channel. The stick is also fantastic for doing 3D skills. When you're running with the ball, you can easily get under and just lift it 6 inches into the air to take it over a defender's stick, and this is equally true on reverse. So when it comes to specialist skills, this is where that gigantic bow really comes into its own. So when you're wanting to chuck an overhead, like I've said with flicking, it's very easy to get under the ball because of the 3D head shape. Once you get under the ball, you can guide it up the stick using the groove in the shaft, and then whip it back down to add a lot of power. With practice, you can get this skill down so it's very easy to throw the ball 60 yards down the pitch to a teammate. Drag flicking is the skill that this stick is named after. It's what it's designed to do. The new 3D head shape really enables you to get control of the ball on pickup. With a slight twist of the wrist, you can get the ball in the hook of the stick, and you can really accelerate through with absolute confidence that the ball's going nowhere. This is fantastic if you're wanting to play a low ball along the deck for a deflection from a teammate, or if you're just wanting to find the bottom corner. Equally, you can whip the ball back towards yourself and roll it up the shaft of the stick with absolute confidence. Once you have the ball up onto the shaft of the stick, you can whip back down with absolute confidence as the ball travels through the groove and will add extra power onto your flicks. Because of the touch compound, the ball hesitates slightly on the head of the stick, but that just enables you to be even more accurate with your flicks. So, to sum up, the Adidas DF24 Kromaskin is one of my favourite sticks that I've tried this season. As I said at the start, this is possibly one of the hardest hitting sticks that I've ever reviewed. That consistent and dependable power is something that I've found really useful when I've used this stick in games. Obviously, drag flicking is something this stick is designed to do, and make no mistake, it really excels in that. It's so easy to pick up the ball and add a lot of power onto your flicks, and the shaping of the hook really makes it easy to pick the ball up and fire it low for deflections to teammates. But it also has that consistent and reliable power, and this all-round stick for drag flickers is a really big selling point for the Adidas Kromaskin from my point of view. As I've said, personally I think that they should incorporate some kind of under grip shock absorber, because I believe that the stock grip that they put on, while excellent, is too thin and doesn't do enough to protect the player. But take nothing away, this is a fantastic stick. And as I say, it is one of my favourite sticks that I've used this season.